Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Can we start out with a roll call, please?
Councilmember Hahn.
Here.
Hoag.
Here.
Blackwell.
Here.
Hopkins.
Here.
Von Bredhorst. Here.
Okay, thank you. Lyndon Haynes, would you like to lead us in the invocation, followed by Lonnie with the Pledge of Allegiance?
Would you pray with me? Our Father in heaven, we are so thankful for the opportunity to be here tonight. We ask that you would give your wisdom, your guidance to our city council members, to all the employees of the city of Weiser. God, we are honored to live in this country and to live in this city, and we just ask that as we approach the holiday season here next month and the month after, we ask that you be with our men and women who are scattered all over the globe, preserving and protecting our freedoms. We ask that you be with them, bring them home safely soon. We know how hard I can only imagine how hard it will be for them to be away from their families for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year. And so we ask that you be with them and protect them. Father, we thank you, and we love you. In your Son, Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time, do we have any commission reports?
Yes, we do. Not very many, though. The design review committee met. I was unfortunately not able to make it, but they did look through 2 of the applicants that would like to join the committee that we're going to approve later today. With that being said, we are still looking for an additional 2 members to join so that we can be a full committee for the city to stay within policy. So if you are aware of any others that are interested in joining Weiser Design Review Committee, please send them our way. Weiser Architectural Preservation Committee, Council, Society, the WAPIC, which we're going to look at their design, their survey as well. They have been very busy, and this is just a heads up that they are going to do Christmas at the Depot again this year. And so I will be approaching the city about using bucket truck again. And then our CIP program. I presented on this last month, just real quick, about our community and partnership. This is through BSU, and they are still looking for representation from Weiser to join beyond myself. They would like other people to be part of it. It's a program that BSU runs, and it's actually moved to a new department at the university, so it's under new direction, and they have, I think, December 13th, something like that. There's a big gathering that they're going to do over in Payette, and so if you are interested or know someone that's interested, armed forces, first aid responders, all those things, anyone from Weiser, they would love to have more community partners join us. It's a great program that they're doing. And Weiser Little Theater is in the middle of their show. First weekend down, second weekend is going. If you have not seen it, there's plenty of tickets for Thursday, and the rest of the nights are sold out. So go support the arts. I'm done.
Thank you.
One other thing, just so you're aware of it, Sarita, we accepted the resignation of our executive director, so job posting for that position is open. If you know of anyone who wants to have lots of bosses, it really is a good position, and if anyone knows of anybody who might be interested, we have posted the position. So.
Okay. Thank you. Committee reports.
Library's busy. Check.
Okay, at this time we'll do the department reports.
Okay, City of Weiser Department reports for September 2025. The City of Weiser, as of right now, has 51 full-time employees, 5 part-time. The Weiser Police Department had 18 adult arrests, 15 were misdemeanor, 3 were felony. No juvenile arrest. There were 30 citations, 8 being misdemeanor, 22 infractions. They did have 28 case reports, 3 felony, 15 misdemeanor, 3 accident, and 7 incident. The Weiser Animal Control had 20 dog complaints, 7 impounded, 6 were returned to owners, 2 were adopted out, and 3 were transferred out. They did have 7 cat complaints, 9 impounded, 3 adopted, and they did have 9 for the TNR program. They also had 1 wildlife, 3 livestock, and issued 1 citation. The City of Weiser ordinance complaints, there was 4 weeds, 21 abandoned vehicle, 37 parking, 4 VIN inspections. The wastewater department September flow for 2024 was $35,240,000. The September flow for 2025 was $37,460,000, with a daily average in September of $1,250,000. The wastewater department finished cleaning sewer lines in the Whiting subdivision. They inspected 1,000 feet of sewer lines with the new camera truck, and they rotivated biosolids at the city drying beds. The water department water production for September of 2024 was $26,745,000. September of 2025 was $25,942,000. The water department finished exercising all 1,004 valves in the system. They hauled sludge to the transfer site. They prepped for asphalt patchbacks, and they sprayed weeds at the water plant and the outbuildings. The electric department's power consumption for August of 2024 was 5,146,108 kilowatts. The consumption for August of 2025 was 5,357,804. The electric department worked with a contractor installing curb, gutter, and sidewalk at the pole yard. They replaced all the downtown lighting with new LED bulbs. They worked on underground on the West Night subdivisions, and J.C. Howland started his 4-year apprenticeship program. They also installed an outlet at the RV dump for the new cameras. The street department sprayed curb and gutter and sidewalk areas for weeds. They ran 2 loads of asphalt for various patches and potholes. They prepped the pond for new asphalt. They installed bollards at the top of Memorial Hill. They had an employee attend and pass an LTAC class at the 2T Center in Boise. They also cleared storm drains of stormwater and mowed multiple areas in preparation for the mud drag races. The rec department, youth tackle football, has 2 teams in the 5th and 6th grade league and 2 teams in the 3rd and 4th grade league. The season is going very well. Youth fall soccer is almost done for the year. We are no longer offering men's basketball, which would have been this time of year, and we are currently taking registrations for youth basketball. And surprisingly enough, Dave issued no building permits this month. He did have 20 inspections and 5 consults. Mayor and City Council, that concludes your department reports for September of 2025. So for when we get our
I think I've
actual
meant to ask
numbers.
that for 4 years now.
And every time I read it, I'm like, I should really explain that.
Yeah.
I should really
Now we
explain
know.
that.
Thanks.
So, yeah, electric's always a month behind.
Okay.
It was interesting that our wastewater was up by over 1 million gallons, and our fresh water was down from last year about 1 million gallons. But
It is interesting that those are not close.
Does rainwater go into our
Rain.
wastewater?
Rain.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
because rainwater goes in and then we still have to process
A
it.
lot of
so-
it does.
Yep.
And we get groundwater too.
Mhm.
I&I. Groundwater,
No, what did you say actually?
it's I&I is what it's called.
I&I.
It's infiltration in there.
Okay. I'm learning so much today.
Look at you.
okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Okay, everybody has had the minutes from our August meeting. Okay.
I move that we approve the August minutes as written.
Okay, we have a motion
I'll second.
and second, and roll call, please.
So, not necessarily.
Councilmember Hope,
Yes.
Hopkins,
Yes.
Blackwell,
Yes.
Hahn,
Yes.
Von Redhorst. Yes.
Okay. Okay, and our finance committee's had a chance to review the bills.
Yep. Finance Committee has met, and I move that we approve the bills as reviewed and present them to the treasurer to warrant strong.
Okay.
Second?
Okay, motion and a second that the bills will be approved as presented. Again, call for the vote.
Councilmember Blackwell,
Yes.
Han,
Yes.
Hope,
Yes.
Von Redhorst,
Yes.
Hopkins.
Yes.
Okay. At the last meeting, we tabled the consideration for Smokin' Franny's beer and wine license until Chief Cron had a chance to do a further visit to the company and restaurant, and so we'd like to hear.
Chief Troy Cron, 262 East Court Street, Weiser. Since last month, I had the opportunity to go in and visit with these folks and look at their facility, which is now put together quite well. So I would recommend that you approve their license.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, any further discussion on Smokin' Franny's beer and license? Beer and wine license?
I move to approve the beer and wine license. Do I need
For
to
Smokin'
read the?
Franny's? No.
Okay, for Smokin' Franny's barbecue.
Okay,
I'll second.
we have a motion and a second, and I guess that's an action item. Call for the,
Councilmember Hopkins,
Yes.
Von Redhorst,
Yes.
Han,
yes,
Hope,
Yes.
Blackwell.
Yes.
okay. Motion carries. Okay, so we all have had a copy of the contract, with the city extending our contract with Bonniville Power. That was quite a contract, quite a read, but it's really not something that at this point we can change, but it is an existing contract that has worked very well for us in the past. And so,
Celeste from Bonniville Power is here if we have any questions. Or-
Hi, Celeste.
Would you like me to speak?
I would love that.
Okay.
Educate us, please.
yeah.
It's a good night to educate.
Mr. Chairman, City Council members, Mike and Natasha, thanks for inviting me out to your City Council meeting. I can give you an update on the,
Name
I'm
and
sorry?
address.
Name and address, please.
Oh,
Yours.
sorry, I'm Celeste Schwindeman with the Bonniville Power Administration, 950 West Bannock, Boise, Idaho. And I am your power account executive. Thanks so much for inviting me to your meeting. Back in April, the city requested a new contract from us, and that contract will go into effect after the current contract expires in September of 2028. And the new contract will allow the city to continue to purchase the low-cost preference power from us that it's currently purchasing today. That's our very lowest cost power. It's basically priced at cost of service. We don't have any adders. And it's known as preference power, and it's only available to specific customers throughout the Northwest. The city of Weiser is one of those customers. The new contract has a few differences from the existing contract. One of those is we will be updating your contract high water mark, and what that number is it sets an allowance of this low-cost power that you can purchase from us. Anything above that is priced at more of a market-based rate. The city has never ventured into those rates yet. You've always been purchasing at the Tier 1 rate. And in our most recent estimate, I think that the contract high water mark for the city will stay relatively the same or increase slightly, but it won't be finalized until next year. We're also making it easier for our customers to add their own resources. So if the city were to build a small solar farm or a little hydroelectric facility, it would be much easier to integrate those into your contract with us. We are updating our rate structure, and under the new structure, the power bill should be more intuitive going forward. Our new rate design will also include some rate stability mechanisms. And we're adding 2 different credits to mitigate any sort of sharp rate impacts from moving from the old rate mechanism into the new rate mechanism. We want to ease customers into the new rates, and we recognize that changing rate structures could have some lumpy rates, so we're trying to ease those. Customers have until December 5th to sign, but I'm encouraging everyone to sign early because, as you saw, that contract is really long. We have to go through a very lengthy verification process after you sign it. Once you sign it and return it and it's been verified, then I sign it, I countersign it and execute it. So it becomes effective immediately. However, the deliveries won't happen until October of 2028. So between now and then, you'll continue to be served under your existing power sales contract. We do have some implementation steps after you sign, but those will happen over the next couple of years, and I'll come out and help you guys through those. Do you have any questions for me?
So, so you said that we hadn't exceeded our high water mark for, it was my understanding we were coming close, is that correct?
You are pretty close. You have a 1 average megawatt buffer, and what that means is you have a little window where if you jump up into that, the prices are a little bit higher, but you're not locked into our tier 2 rates, which are definitely much higher than the tier 1. When we reset contract high water marks, it's possible that you will have a little bit more of that low cost tier 1 available to you.
So, and that's, you said that those wouldn't be done until closer to the contract?
Yeah, until next year. We won't know how many customers we will have until everybody's signed their contract, although we're anticipating everybody's going to sign their contract. And what we do is we basically divide up our entire system amongst all the customers who sign up. So if somebody doesn't sign up, that gives more for the city of Weiser and all of our other customers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wondered how that amount was determined. So there's just so much power in the pot at the low cost, and it gets divvied up between everyone that's eligible to take from it.
Exactly, yep.
Okay, have you, I mean, is there a chance there'll be more people in that?
We're not seeing any additional customers come forward and request a contract. However, we do have a small allocation of energy if they do for new customers. I think it's 400 megawatts over the course of the entire 19-year term of the contract. So there is a little bit of room for us to bring on new customers without impacting existing customers.
Okay, thank you.
And so the length of this contract is 19 years for us as well?
Yeah, it runs until 2044, I believe, with 16 years of power sales deliveries.
Like buying a house.
May I ask a technical question? I think on the signature page we had Mayor Hibbard's information. If that's the case, you might want to request a new signature page from me. I can't remember off the top of my head what we had in there.
There's nobody designated.
Oh, okay.
So in the
Never mind.
beginning of the contract, it's to Honorable Randy Hibbard, but then the actual signature page is just,
Okay,
it says a place where they can write in their title.
perfect. Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. And the Bonniville Power Agreement with working relationship with Weiser has been a very good one as far as I can see. And
Yes.
I tend to believe that it will continue that way.
Thank you.
Great, thanks Celeste.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we need to make a decision whether the mayor can sign this agreement, the contract.
That's always amazing. It's funny, the challenge of being on city council, knowing that we're approving our budget yearly, but we're also committing ourselves to the next 19 years of the budget we don't know. Yay. It's gonna be great.
Well, but the electric department is the budget of, by itself, so.
Yeah.
So future councils will have the ability to adjust rates if need be to cover any increased cost.
And I think it's very nice to know that they're willing to stick with us for this period of time.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I love bragging about our power prices versus my friends out in the county. Sorry.
Well, I think a motion that we approve the Bonniville contract as presented to us, authorize the mayor to sign.
I'll second.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to authorize the mayor, or acting mayor, I guess, to sign the Bonniville contract. And roll call, please.
Councilmember Blackwell.
Yes.
Han,
Yes.
Hopkins,
Yes.
Von Redhorst,
Yes.
Hoag.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Item number 2 is adopt the historical preservation plan. And were you going to speak on that? Okay.
So I just wanted to give kind of a little plan purpose of what the purpose of this plan was, just for the council and the public. So the City of Weiser and its Historical Preservation Commission embarked on the preparation of a citywide historical preservation plan to guide future activities related to the local heritage and to address issues surrounding historic resources within the city. The primary objective of the planning process was to actively engage the public in conversations regarding historic preservation in the city, so that the work of the HPC reflects community concerns. The HPC is eager to craft goals and objectives that address the issues and raised during the planning process and further develop action items or strategies that correlate with the objectives and form a work plan for the HPC. Ultimately, the process of the HPP is to assist in the protection and preservation of Weiser's historic resources. So how this plan kind of came together is we were able to secure a grant and we contracted with JUB. So what we did is we initially had a survey that was sent out to anybody in the community who wanted to fill it out. And then from that survey, we developed a plan. We had community outreach and really tried to get the public and, the town's involvement in it. And then from there, we went over the objectives, the goals, and JUB was able to put this plan together for us. So it's been a while in the making.
Okay, thank you.
I think now that we have it too, it opens us up for additional granting possibilities. It helps us be able to move forward with certain zoning districts and things like that. So there's lots of benefits in us finally having one.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. That was going to be my next question is, why did we need one in the first place?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is very comprehensive. So the goals, I'm looking on page 32. So is the committee the one that's responsible for setting these goals and then implementing them? And what's our part here going forward?
So these were just some of the goals that we got from the community when we did when we did the outreaches. And so yes, it would just kind of give the Historical Preservation Commission some guidelines on what the public wants done.
It's just
Okay.
like a comp plan, the comp
Yeah.
plan that we
Okay,
spent
so
time
this
for the whole
is
city.
just a
This is basically a
dissertation
comp
of-
plan for historical preservation.
Yeah.
Okay, and so these goals were what was from information from the community, so it's not something that the committee or anyone else
No.
put together. It was just a compilation of results from the survey.
Yep, so the survey basically asked, what things in the community were people worried about going away, not being preserved. And so from that list of things that was in question and concern, this plan was formed.
Okay. So it's nothing like is etched in stone or
No, it's,
anything, it's just written on paper to,
Yep.
as an idea of what our community preferred or wanted.
Mhm.
Okay. I find this very interesting, and as for those of you out there, you can see it's fairly thick. If you have some time and want to read through it, I think you'd benefit from it. I think it's very well done.
and once it is adopted, if the council so wishes to do that, there will be copies of it available at City Hall for anybody who wants it. It will also be on our webpage.
I know design review is very excited for it, just because it helps guide us, and now we can take the steps to create a historic district and all those different things to help preserve the character that Weiser has, but still provide a route for growth and have that guidance. So we're very excited. If there's no other discussion, I motion that we adopt the historical preservation plan.
I'll second.
Okay.
We have a motion and a second, and this would be an action item also.
Councilmember Von Redhorst,
Yes.
Poe,
Yes.
Blackwell,
Yes.
Hopkins,
Yes.
Hahn.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. Okay, next on the agenda, Chief Cron would like to save us some money on one of our new police cars, and the problem is he gets a quote, and the quote's only good for 30 days, and the quote expires before we meet again, so he'd just like to have a minute to present some possibilities to us.
Mayor, City Council, Chief Cron, Weiser Police Department. So going through the budget and finalizing the budget, it came pretty apparent to me that the support that we were willing to give the police department, well, I am truly grateful. However, this is not the end of it. These cars continue to age, and I will probably ask for more in the following years. So on that note, I fully intended on buying 2 Ford Explorer Interceptors and making one of them a admin car. However, I think that we have an opportunity to look at a different kind of car and save the money, save the city some money. Probably around $6,000 to $8,000. The problem with buying a car off the lot is, by the time I get it to you guys, the car most often is gone. So what I'm asking for is the spending authority, and that way I can purchase a car when I can find it. I'm currently looking at one, and I'm not sure if it's still there. But this would be very similar to the car that I am currently driving and that Chief Smith had picked up a couple years ago. It's a Chevy Equinox. So it'll be a new model of 2026, which is a little bit bigger car. It's not quite as big as the Ford Explorer, but I think it will get the job done.
So the Ford Explorers, are those ones that we can get through at the same price that the state purchases
It is.
cars? And
It
so
is.
this model it is just because maybe not quite, just a car that's not as expensive as what we've come to expect through the purchases of through the state contract.
That's correct. So through the state contract, we can purchase the Ford Explorer. It's an a police interceptor model. And it's beefed up a little bit here and there. This would be buying a car off the lot. The Fords on the state bid run about 46,000, and looking at 28 to 30,000 for this Chevy Equinox.
Okay, and because it'll be more of an administrative car, that's why it works for you?
That's correct.
Okay.
Even if administrator, meaning the lieutenant, detective, or myself, were involved in a pursuit, or even if a patrol officer was involved in a pursuit driving this car, they cannot be the lead car. They need to be a trail car. They typically will give the radio communications and that kind of thing. They keep a larger area of awareness to keep the officers and the community safe. So it's secondary role.
Okay, and this will keep us in line to, or keep us up to date as far as replacing, overall our fleet of cars in a 10 to 12 year cycle.
Yes, it'll help do that a lot. Looking forward to next year, my oldest patrol car is a 2014 Ford Taurus. It's got 92,000 miles on it. And I've also got a Chevy Impala that's driven by, right now, the lieutenant. It could go to the detective, but it's an admin car. And it's a 2013 with 45,000 miles on it. The issue I have with that car is it's been plagued with problems since we got it. I don't see it lasting much longer. Then, further on top of that, we run two old semi-retired patrol cars that the COPs, Citizens on Patrol, they run those. And those are Chevy Impalas. One's a 2007 and one's a 2010. They need to be retired. They just do. So if I could, within the next year or two, push down the 2014 Taurus and the 2013 Impala, that would help do that. So that's what I'm talking about looking forward, probably next year, not more than the year after. Looking over the fleet, right now we have two 2022 Interceptors, and those are our newest cars. And then we've got two 2021s, two 2020s, and from there it falls off pretty drastically. We've got a single 2018, a single 2017, and a 2016. So these are going to be coming due. It's just never ending.
So you're still planning on one more car, this one and one more before the year's over, right? Because we planned on two cars.
Yes, that's correct. So I'm still planning on ordering an Interceptor.
Okay.
But if I'm gonna buy a civilian car for an admin car, I kind of need to do that now because I need to order the Interceptors, and I need to do that within the next week or two for them to come in early 2026.
I think when we were at our budget meeting, we discussed basically every year we're buying a new car because our fleet is so big, and to rotate it correctly, to keep our vehicles in good health, and to make sure our officers have the tools they need basically every year. We could be planning on buying, I think it was two, wasn't it 2 vehicles every year?
Well,
Forever?
if we bought two and bought one, and then two,
Yeah,
and then
2 and 1, 2 and 1, okay,
that would be optimal.
okay.
We realize other things come up, like the swimming pool. Sometimes we skip a year, but
Yeah,
it doesn't go away. It's just we're gonna have to pay for it later.
I have 3 questions for you real quick.
Sure.
So you're talking, it seems to me like there's hesitation about buying a car off the lot. What is the actual difference between off the lot versus the stock ones that the state provides and allows us to order ahead of time?
Well, primarily some wiring and heavier shocks. Other than that, not a whole bunch. I think there's some support in the framework and things like that. The hesitation is setting a standard, going away from an interceptor. I fully intended on buying 2 interceptors. And that does come with some merits, and we can still go that way. One thing that it does is it keeps the fleet the same, and sometimes there's part interchangeability. When a car's getting old, we can steal parts. We did that on the Impalas a lot. Chevy tends to be a better manufacturer for that than Ford. They like to change things for no apparent reason from one year to the next, but it still can be done.
My next question,
Okay,
because I still have 2 more.
sure.
The current admin car you have, so if you get a new admin car, is the current admin car able to move to the fleet and be workable for an officer out on the field? Or does that also stay as an admin car still?
It will stay as an admin car.
Okay,
That is one of the other things, is it's not worthy of serving in patrol.
okay. And by getting an additional admin car, this is not the 3rd question, but by getting an additional admin car, are we taking away an interceptor that the police force can be using in their patrols?
In some regards, we are.
Okay,
The admin cars, we won't need less than what we need, and we're 1 short right now.
okay,
So the admin cars just don't get punished like the
Right.
patrol cars.
yeah. Okay, now my 3rd question,
Okay.
and then I'm done for this item. Okay, in looking at the gas mileage, here is my thought. Is this better gas mileage? And if it is, okay, but if it's worse gas mileage, I would rather not save the $8,000 to buy a cheaper car, knowing that I'm gonna pay for it in gas later. If we can pay a little bit more for a better car, that's gonna last us longer with better mileage and all those kinds of things. So have we thought and gone through that process?
Well, we have, but this is what it amounts to. The gas mileage would actually be better. However, driving the cars around the city, you're looking at 8 to 12, and it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you drive.
Okay.
So if we're not going to Boise for training or something like that, it's negligible.
Done, thank you.
So, what dollar amount are you looking for as like a maximum that we could okay if we do go that route? So that when the right car becomes available, you could go ahead and purchase it?
We have 60,000 from, is it 60,000 from our, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but from our one-time use funds that we approved
like-
for our budget towards the purchase of the cars?
58.
Was it 58, something
Each
like
car
that?
was 48.
We approved the full purchase for 2 interceptors
Plus the
outfitted,
outfitting.
which was 144, I think, total.
Right,
And I can't remember the exact amount without what I look, and I don't remember off the top of my head. The foregone that we
foregone, not for.
and that just went to the general fund in total to help with this. It
Oh,
wasn't the
okay.
total cover of a car.
Okay,
We used the complete amount to go towards a car to put in the budget. So that full amount will still go to the car, but it won't cover a full car. It was just all we could use as foregone.
okay, but we know the Intrepids are gonna be more money, so we're not looking at dividing that down the line. Or you, to emphasize what Mr. Hogue is asking, or I don't know if that's the question, whatever these men are asking. So are we looking at doing the 70,000, which is half the amount? Are you ready to buy both cars?
No, I just want to buy 1 car right now. And also, I wasn't intending on asking for the upfitting for that. Sergeant Singleton and I are working on trying to lower that number as well. We're looking at different installers. We're doing our best to save money, so.
Give us a number. Anything, go for it. We're ready to say yes. Just
I think
tell
where
us
we're
how
ordering,
much.
yeah, you wanna order the other one, I would just do both of them at the cost that we had approved in the budget, moving forward, knowing that we'll be less than that.
That's
But if
what
we
I was
have to
thinking.
order the other interceptor, then you're gonna be the same, correct? Does that make sense? So where we're ordering one already, we're gonna have to order it anyway, so to approve the whole thing, if we end up ordering two, you're gonna be at the full amount unless you wanted to come back and change it again later.
So each car, if you round a little bit, and one actually will cost a little more than the other,
Right.
because one's an admin car, is right about 66,000 to include the upfit.
Mhm.
Somewhere around in there. Actually, is it
So
higher, Mike?
so I think what they're asking.
Just clarify, yeah.
I think what they're asking is, are you asking for just this dollar amount on this quote right here? Or are you asking for the spending authority to purchase both cars and asking for that dollar amount?
Well, which would be easier. I was intending on asking for the spending authority to buy one car.
Yeah,
Okay,
So-
and that's fine if that's what you, but
Yeah.
in our motion, we need to put a dollar amount.
yeah, we want to give you how
So-
much to be author you
Understood.
to spend.
Yeah, so I'm looking for $70,000.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sold.
Sorry, that was so.
That outfits the admin car.
Excuse me, sir.
That outfits the admin
That
car.
would include the outfit.
Okay. I didn't quite say that, but okay.
Well, Chief and Sergeant, we certainly, you're aware of the budget process and you're aware of our general fund, where it sits right now. So we certainly do appreciate, or I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but any dollar we can save,
Appreciate it.
we certainly appreciate. And so if we can get one of the cars, even if it's $8,000, I mean, that's $8,000 closer, than we were. And so I appreciate your efforts in realizing that we support you and your department and that you're doing everything you can to keep that dollar amount small.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I motion that we approve Chief to pursue the purchase of a vehicle and to upfit it, not to exceed the amount of $70,000.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Can we have the roll call, please?
Councilmember Holland,
Yes.
Hoag,
Yes.
Blackwell,
Yes.
Hopkins,
Yes.
Von
Okay.
Redhorst.
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, next item is to appoint, we have two people willing to serve on the design review committee.
Thank you,
And
Jesus.
we're asking for appointments for Becky Hale and Thomas Moore to serve on that committee.
Becky Hale currently serves on P&Z, I believe. And then Tommy Moore was here in a previous month where he heard, actually I think it was just last month, where he heard me ask for volunteers. Tommy Moore is an engineer that has worked for a number of industries here in town. And he's lived in the area for a while. So both are familiar with Weiser, both have a great amount of expertise that they can bring to the committee, which is why they were put forward as possible people.
So has the mayor appointed them then? Is that, and we're approving that appointment?
Correct. So they have put forward their interest. It went to mayor, he reviewed them, and that's why it's on the agenda.
Okay.
Sorry, Natasha can answer too, I apologize.
No, you're fine. Yep, so it would just be, they were brought forth, reviewed, and so we just need a motion to appoint them to the actual committee. It'd be no different than at the beginning of the year, he has a list of people he wants appointed to the public safety committee or the planning and, so on and so forth. This is just adding them to appointing them to the committee.
Okay, just one small thing. I know we all know her as Becky Hale, but isn't her name Rebecca?
It is?
It is.
I don't know her on a first name basis. So.
So in your motion, you can just, the motion can say Rebecca Hale
Rebecca.
and Thomas Moore.
Okay.
I don't know which she would,
We'll go by real name. We'll go
Okay.
by legal name.
Okay. Thank you, Laura.
If there isn't any of the other further discussion, I move that we nominate and accept the appointment of Rebecca Hale and Thomas Moore to our design review board. Committee, et cetera.
second.
All that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. We have a roll call, please.
Councilmember Hope,
Yes.
Von Redhorst,
Yes.
Hopkins,
Yes.
Han,
Yes.
Blackwell.
Yes.
Okay, next on our agenda, I think maybe Lonnie wants to come up and talk about purchasing a tractor for the wastewater plant, and this is something that we've already budgeted for, but
Mayor, council, how's everybody doing? Speak up, let us hear you on the microphone.
state your
Yes.
name and address.
When we,
Name.
Lonnie Chambers, City of Weiser Wastewater Supervisor. When the council and mayor approved the last budget, we were asking for $60,000 to buy a new tractor with a enclosed cab, so we could use it to rotivate biosolids. Very dusty, you can call it what you want. But we've had a farmer that's taking the solids right now. We've started delivering them this week, which is going to save a ton of money. So this tractor, it will pay for itself in a year and a half. Pretty easy and fast. But before you, you have two quotes, one for a Kubota and one for an
I
LS
think I like
tractor.
sending the one for the LS because the Kubota was one, you asked for the LS. Or do they have the Kubota? Yeah, just LS.
Just the LS,
Yeah,
yes.
LS.
There-
So they got
there-
what
We
you
did
said.
start with two quotes, and they were very, I mean, they were literally, they were apples to apples, literally, on everything. We decided to go with the LS tractor, which is, we try to stay local to help our local community out the best we can. We did find the tractor right here at Weiser Tractor and Feed. I like the Kubota, I like this one, I mean, I like them both. They're, like I say, they're apples to apples, and I have farmed and I have used all kinds of different tractors. I don't see this LS giving us any problems. I think it'll be a pretty good tractor. One of the biggest selling points was, if there's something wrong, the repair shop's right here. I don't have to put it on a trailer, take it all the way to Caldwell or Boise, wherever we got it from, so. But what we are asking is the council and the mayor's approval to buy this tractor so we can put it to work.
Okay.
It's got a cab on it, right?
I'm sorry.
It's got an enclosed cab.
Oh, yes, it does, with filters, so you can
Perfect.
breathe clean air.
Perfect.
I did notice on the quote that the $6,000 rebate for cash purchase, which is wonderful. But if you actually look at the bottom of it, it says 600. They're missing a zero.
They are missing a zero, yes.
We might just want to point that out to them.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions of Lonnie? I've never really heard of the LS, I haven't been around them, but you're pretty confident that it's a good tractor?
You know, it's no different than the Bransons they were selling or the Bad Boys. As far as parts, if something goes wrong, you can go down to the local Nampa Auto, Weiser Auto Parts store and get parts, filters, everything. You can go to the local store and get it. With this particular tractor, it is warranted for 2 years. Anything on it. After that, it's just chassis for 4 more years. With the city mechanic that we have, with our knowledge of tractors, I don't see any problem with this in the future.
Good.
Even buying parts 10 years down the road, if it, everything goes great, I don't see a problem getting parts.
So it's what we use it for is, I'm assuming is not like really heavy duty use of the,
When the biosolids are wet, they're very, very heavy. I mean, if you could picture wet dirt, picking up wet dirt with a bucket is really heavy. When the biosolids are wet, they're very equivalent to that weight. Once we get it dry, I mean, if it was 1,000 pounds, when it's dry, it's only 100. So we start out really heavy, rotovate everything, get it really, really dry, we test it, and now we're down to about 100 pounds. Everything shrinks up pretty good. The larger bucket on this will help us load the dump truck easier. This tractor is going to live up at the Washington County, above the Washington County transfer station where the city has the drying bed. So that's gonna be its life, it's gonna live up there, and we'll use it to load the dump trucks. Positive thing with us having a tractor is I don't have to beg the streets department to use his equipment that I'm loading biosolids with, and then they've gotta worry about contamination, things like that, so.
Well, also may impact what jobs they're working on as well when you borrow it.
You know, he might come and ask for another backhoe or something, and this is a lot cheaper, I think.
Okay, good idea.
One thing that helps make this tractor pay for itself fairly quick is Payette landfill has doubled our rate, or almost, more than doubled
They have.
the rate that they want for our biosolids.
It
So
was $12 a ton to get rid of it. They've increased it to $25 a ton. Mike and I, our past estimates, we were spending, the city was spending anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000 to get rid of the biosolids. Mike and I's estimates right now are gonna be around $36,000 to $40,000 with the increase. So, I mean, we're asking for a tractor that's $47,000. We're almost gonna pay at landfill that in a year, so.
We have a farmer that's taking our biosolids.
We do,
We've seen them
it's been exciting.
to grow.
So the things that the farmers, so of course they put it on the ground, they plow it in. They're growing foods that they're gonna feed cows.
Thank
not
you. Okay.
onions
Nope,
that are
just
gonna
need to
be
know.
dinner
Yeah.
people. So, yes.
I know what
this
goes down
is
there, so.
actually, you have to apply to the USDA in order to do this, right?
Not USDA,
The
so
environmental
DQ.
I had to
quality.
go back through the process with DEQ, which is a Department of Environmental Quality, and get the city's biosolids management program approved to do this. But we also had to add in the farmers, land, where we're putting it. There's a lot of regulations, a lot of paperwork that goes along with it.
Thank you, Jesus.
There should be.
But over time, I mean, it's a fertilizer, and to benefit from it, when you look at fertilizer cost, I wish we could use it in the parks, because the amount of money you spend on fertilizer it's a lot of money. And this is
It is tested for equal.
it's an organic fertilizer, so.
I think you just have to
You're a
get over
brave
the
man,
thought,
Lonnie.
yeah.
I like it,
Can go on.
that's money to
I
me,
am
you
so
know.
glad you love your
Well, this
job.
appears to be a win-win for the farmer as well.
I think it is. And the biggest thing is, having this tractor, we're not contaminating other city vehicles. You wanna have something that's enclosed, that, you know, there comes a time when it gets dry that you have dust flying in the air. This cab has filters in it to keep our operators safe. We had a safety class today. Safety is very important, so we can take care of those guys. But also we're gonna use it to load the dump truck where, it's gonna get a lot of use, so.
Okay, so I can see where having something specifically for this operation would be a benefit. And number one, I apologize, we snicker a little bit up here, but you gotta realize we don't deal with this stuff all the time like you do. And we do appreciate your efforts, and
Nor do we have your knowledge.
Some of us poop every day. I think we do deal with it.
You keep doing it.
we don't dry it
That helps us
and,
out.
we don't dry it and rotovate it.
I strike that from the record, Sherry. My apologies.
Moving on.
I don't think we need a motion.
I'm ready, let's go. Mr. Mayor, I motion that we approve the purchase of the tractor for the wastewater department as presented from our Weiser tractor and feed
Okay.
for the amount of $47,227.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Blackwell.
Yes.
Hope,
Yes.
Von Breadhorst,
Yes.
Hahn,
Yes.
Hopkins.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Next on the agenda is approve and authorize the mayor to sign the main lift station contract with Keller. And I think Mike, did you want to speak a little bit about what's going on?
I
down there?
can on this one, yeah. So this is a contract with Keller to come in and do a study on our current lift station to evaluate the life of it, what's left in it, or what it's gonna need going forward to maintain it, just so we know where we're at on a lift station. So if we would need to replace it, or if this one can be maintained and upgraded in the future.
And this is which lift station?
The main lift over
the
here
main-
off the
okay,
third,
okay.
west third, sorry,
West Third, thank
and
you.
the railroad tracks.
Yeah, before you go over the traffic
Yeah,
check.
yeah, okay.
Behind the simple, yeah. So that's what this covers. They'll do it's a pretty in-depth study for them to go in and test the wet well, the pumps, the electronics in it, everything that it needs to see. Kind of just where we stand, because that lift station is getting old. Try to prolong the life, and there may be things we can do to prolong the life of it before we replace it. Or if we do need to replace it, what kind of time frame that's looking at.
Well, this is one that we got a generator for just like a year or two ago, right? Is
No,
this-
that was
no?
Galloway.
Oh, that was Galloway.
Yeah, we have 3 lift
So many
stations.
lift stations, okay, thank you.
But
How many lift stations do we have?
3.
3.
commercial main at Galloway.
Okay.
Okay, so was, did we anticipate this in the budget?
We did.
Okay, so this is part of the, because,
This is part of the professional services line in the sewer department.
okay. And it's within the amount that we thought that we have budgeted?
It's actually less after we had some back and forth with them to get it down. It was significantly higher when we budgeted it. And they were gonna do
25 or something?
no, it was almost 70. And so we cut it back. They were gonna do a standard engineering report on it. Standard, yeah. It's where they go through and do a full design of it. Instead, we just wanted to know what we have left in the one we have instead of a full development and design of a new one. We don't want to have them start designing a new one until we know if we need one. So we cut it back to just an evaluation of the one we have.
I move that we accept, approve, and authorize the mayor to sign the main lift station contract with Keller.
I second.
Okay, motion and a second, action item, roll call please.
Councilmember Hopkins,
Yes.
Blackwell,
Yes.
Hahn,
Yes?
Von Brennhorst,
Yes.
Hoag.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Next on our agenda is the Weiser River Trail Agreement, and we all put that in our packet.
Ron can come up and explain this one.
Okay.
Ron McDaniel, City of Weiser Street Department Supervisor. The Rails for Trails has some property that butts up to a residence on the Rails for Trails where it meets East 9th. Before the house that's there now was built, that property was really low, and so it was where all the water gathered from that area, including the water from the Rails for Trails. We don't have any storm lines going to that area at all. And I believe that the storm from the water isn't the problem. So what we've talked about is putting in a sand window. Basically a 50-foot long, 6-foot wide, 4.5-foot deep trench to gather the water. Get approved to put it in. They've already said we can, but because it's an agreement, we need to be here. The agreement is that if we decide to abandon needing it, then we rehab the land as close to what it was before we started. That's the gist of it. It doesn't, there's no money exchange, anything like that. It's just fix the property back to the way it was. If they
Okay, so
decided.
they're just allowing us to do this if we want to, and if we
Right.
do it and then want to undo it someday, they just want their property back to where
Right,
it came.
and the other portion of that is, that say they decided to put in a pit toilet there, which they wouldn't, it's not likely in that spot. If they needed to use that land, their land, then they would ask that we abandon and rehab to get, for their purposes.
Okay, so as long as they're not using it, they're fine with us?
Correct.
Okay.
And you say it's be 4 feet deep,
4.5.
4.5?
I
And the
can't-
walls are tapered for safety to where
Yeah.
somebody got in there, they'd have no problem getting back.
Right, well, so it won't just be an open pit, it'll be filled with sand in the bottom and then rock, so it won't,
It won't be.
it'll be like a swale in a subdivision, more or less.
Okay.
It just
So it's
will
kind of
filter
like
the water.
French drain or?
Yeah, right, French drain, sand window, same thing.
So this isn't an approval to do it, it's approval that we can, with the landowner, that we can.
We have approval from them to do it, we just, because it's an agreement to rehab the land if need be, that you guys are joining into an agreement with them. So I need approval for the agreement.
Anytime the city enters an agreement with somebody, it needs to come before council.
Right, so this agreement isn't like a approval to actually do the work, this is approval that we can on that land. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Sure.
But I mean, it's not like we're allocating, money to actually do the work. This is just approval that we can do the work.
Right, right. And the materials that we would need for that, the city already has.
Okay,
So there would be little to no expense minus time.
okay.
Can I ask why this is the city's issue?
So because we don't have pipes there, we allowed them to put in a swale behind their sidewalk. I believe that they didn't build their swale properly and not enough of it. So the water from the swale overruns because it stands in there. It overruns and also adds into the issue in the Rails for Trails property. So it's a collection point, and to stop what little bit of water I think we're putting in there and also help collect the water that was there already, I think a swale is or a sand window is an easy fix.
So it becomes a public safety thing then, like?
Well, conceivably if the block wall fails, the garage slides off, maybe?
It's a stormwater mitigation.
I'm gonna say, would we
Yeah.
be having this issue, this wouldn't be an issue if we had storm.
If we have the infrastructure the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah,
We don't have that, so instead of putting more infrastructure in the ground, this is a fix that is of little to no cost to the city.
yeah.
Right.
I just was, I don't know.
Where our stormwater collects there also and mixes with other waters, it's hard to say who's there. Anywhere we have stormwater, we have to collect it.
Right. The collection point now, I believe, was not properly installed,
Right.
but it was passed by
Okay,
someone
understand.
before me.
Got it. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ron, but don't leave because we may have some more questions. Joe, you
Okay.
next item.
No, you can sit down, he'll sit down.
Okay,
I motion that we accept the River Trail Agreement as presented between the City of Weiser and the Friends of the Weiser River Trail.
Second.
okay, motion and a second, and being this an agreement, we'll go ahead with an action item. Can you call for the roll call, please?
Councilmember Han,
Yes.
Von Redhorst,
Yes.
Hoag,
Yes.
Hopkins,
Yes.
Blackwell.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, motion carries. Okay, so we put you last on the list just in case you had soccer and you didn't have soccer, but come on up and state your name and address, and he has a very exciting proposal for us.
This is from my senior project. I did, sorry for not printing 5.
You're fine.
Okay, state your name and address for us.
Okay. My name is Max Latin, and my address is 1520 Shulosky Road. As I said, my name is Max Latin, and I'm a senior at Weiser High School. Over the past couple of years, I have developed a strong belief in recreation and physical activity being a powerful tool for healing and just in recovery. and ways to prevent injury. As someone who has studied recreational physical therapy, I've learned that moving our bodies can make a real difference physically, mentally, and socially. Sports and recreation have a unique ability to bring people together. They strengthen our sense of community and connect generations, and remind us that being active doesn't always have to be competitiveness. It can simply mean having fun together. That's why I'm here. I am advocating for a disc golf course right here in Weiser. Disc golf is the fastest growing outdoor sports in the country, and it's incredibly accessible. It is completely free when you get a disc golf course built, and then the discs are provided by the people themselves. There's a low-cost, family-friendly activity that can be enjoyed by people of all ages and promotes physical wellness, mental relaxation, and social connection, all while getting people outside and enjoying Weiser's beautiful natural spaces. Last year at Parker Intermediate School's PE teacher, Mrs. Odette, took the first step in introducing this sport to our community. She applied for a grant for a mobile disc golf set, which allowed her to begin teaching students the basics of this sport. The response from the students was amazing. They enjoyed learning about the sport and playing it. For my senior project, I had the chance to assist Mrs. Odette by helping the disc golf set gain some popularity in our community. During the school's carnival fundraiser, I organized a small temporary course at Park School. The students and families could play and compete for prizes. This activity showed how much excitement and curiosity there already was for the sport in Weiser. Our hope last year, and my hope still today, is that the growing enthusiasm for disc golf can lead to something bigger, a permanent disc golf course in Weiser. Not only would it give Weiser fun and new ways to be active, but it could also serve as a possible outlet for people of all ages to stay healthy, build friendships, and enjoy the outdoors. I know the perfect location for this would be Mortimer's Island. It's safe, and an area is easily accessible and has plenty of parking. The landscape there, with a mix of open spaces, trees, and natural features, would make the course both challenging and enjoyable for players of all skill levels. Mortimer's Island is unique, scenic, and it makes it the ideal place to bring the people together for recreational fun. Weiser may be small, but that's exactly why this project matters. A disc golf course in Weiser show that we're a town that values wellness, innovation, and connection. It would be something that the families and students and visitors could all enjoy. A lasting investment for our health and our community spirit. Are there any questions?
So you were talking about possibility of some grants, I think.
Yes. The Laird Foundation is a big one, and it would be more than enough to get over, I think 18 holes or like baskets, and also lay down foundations for tee boxes for disc golf.
And in your design, it looks like you've tried to work around the area where the mud drags are,
Yes.
so that it wouldn't be something that had to be taken down, or that
Yeah.
it wouldn't be in their way so much.
Yes, I looked around, I went back and I looked around that outside, and it looks like there's enough space to fit a basket on all of the exterior of the place where they do the mud.
Thank you, Mr. Ladden. Appreciate your investment in this opportunity, and it is a fun sport for sure. I've definitely.
And I think what you're asking for tonight is the okay to go ahead. I mean, to go ahead with going after the money, the financing. Because if we're not gonna approve it, there's no reason for you to look for funding or
Yeah.
come to us for help to find that funding. You talked about Parks and Recreation possibly had some money too if needed, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe
So,
so.
one of the things we run into in projects similar to this is ongoing maintenance costs. And so I guess I'm not too familiar with how disc golf works. Is it like a regular golf course where you go sign up for a tee time and go, or you just kind of show up whenever you want?
You can show up whenever you want, and then it's just kind of respect, I guess. To anytime I've played, people have always been respectful. We just let them through, or they let us through. So it's just kind of it's common courtesy when it comes to.
Okay, so is this something like using the equipment at Memorial Park, like using the basketball hoops, or like using the playground equipment? If you go there and it's available, you use it? Is that kind of what we're looking at?
Basically, yeah. Yes.
All right. And then what kind of surface is normal? Is it something? And I assume then that there's no cost for going and playing similar to that. So what costs are we looking at for maintenance? Is the whatever grass and stuff that's there, is that adequate, or is it going to be something that we would be asked to maintain better than what it is now?
Right now, all I see there is like weeds, like thorns, which I believe could be cleared, or should be. And overall, yeah, it's just cutting grass, and then everything maintains itself pretty well.
Okay, so if more public's going to be down there on a regular basis, probably at some point, the city'd be asked to better maintain that, because right now, I don't know, do we mow it now? Do we?
Can we have Ron speak on that?
Yeah,
Because
Ron's been.
we currently do maintain it, we do, and
It's an access
Ron
point
could
from
answer
bridge to
those
bridge,
questions.
so we've got an entrance there, and, yeah.
Ron McDaniel, Weiser Street Department Supervisor, / Parks also. Right now, we, a few years ago, the Laird property got a little bit overgrown. We didn't pay enough attention to it, but recently, we've started to take a little better care of it. We spray 3 times a year, and we mow a minimum of 3 times a year down there. I believe what they're asking for is, or what this young man is asking for is, we're not going to have to add anything to that program.
So we're not buying an albatross that is going to cost us a lot of money?
No, we're not buying anything, and we met prior to this meeting, and basically you would have a sub-grade base for these baskets, and no different from the goalpost at the football field. When you pull the goalpost out, you have a cap that goes over that. We mow over that cap all year long. Down there, it would be no different. You'd be able to remove it for the mowing and put it right back up when you were done.
Okay, so you wouldn't anticipate our maintenance costs to go up substantially as a result of having
None
that?
at all, as far as I can see.
Okay.
They're for their tee boxes, I'm assuming it's a concrete pad of sorts. that would probably need a weed eater to go around the edge every once in a while because the mowers that we have won't do that. But short of that, I don't see any cost extra for us.
Okay, and having those, I mean, what, we might pile snow there in the wintertime?
So I've been here 19 plus years and we have yet to pile snow at the Laird property.
Okay, so is it, we use it for nothing?
No, we use it for lots of things. We have a pit that's down there that we burn the branches and debris from the alley cleanup that we do. The mud drag is held down there. There's a dike that the water department put in to stop the flooding and erosion of the land there. It's just a property that we own that we maintain it. Right now we're maintaining it basically for one event in a year, even though we do all the things like somebody's going to be there every day. So
So it'd be a better use of the effort and money that we're putting into maintenance.
Right, and so with any of the other places like the pond that we had, the bridge to bridge project went in and we have more people walking, more upstanding sets of eyes looking, and I think it helps to police itself. I think if you get folks down there who are up to good and not the no good, they can help keep an eye on things. I don't see a downfall in it.
Okay, and Max stated in his comments that there was adequate parking down there.
Right.
Would you agree with that assessment?
I would agree with that assessment. On that note, because the land gets saturated during the winter months, not that we would want to stop people from playing, but we do have parking that is at Mortimer's Island, the actual boat ramp, where we put ground asphalt down in there, the tailings on the ground so that people won't get stuck. So during the months of the year, we would tend to close the gate so that you didn't have people out there spinning donuts in the dirt and making more maintenance for us later. We would close that down, and then they would still have foot access to go in and play golf, and still a decent parking area. And there is a porta potty at the boat ramp as well.
And a dumpster.
Yes.
So in his packet that he said, so this would be the parking when the ground wasn't saturated, and then we just close off this gate right here, and then this gate over here, and then this is where the boat ramp is, where the solid parking would be, and there's access right here, where you could get to all this property down here without having to actually park down here where the ground is saturated.
My one question and concern, not to jump in, but 2 years ago, I believe we agreed to letting the tractor pull move in there and begin to rework that property. Is that still something that is happening? And are we still in agreement with them, or?
We haven't heard anything since that meeting.
Ah, okay. That's why it's gone so silent. I keep going, we're doing a tractor pull, we're not doing a tractor pull.
Right, and
So-
on that note, we discussed that if you wanted to change the course up, you could go on the other side in there. You could go to the west,
Okay,
but you would not put a permanent base in that area because the land needs to be cultivated for the different events that could happen there. So
Okay.
you could put a temporary or a weighted base, play your game, and then when whichever event came up, you would have to remove it so that they could have their event.
perfect.
It would
Thank
give the kids in Weiser something to do since there's nothing.
But it's not a skate park. Or a splash pad. When I win the lottery, I'll buy the splash pad.
Ron, do you have any concerns about this going down there?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I think it's a great idea. It gives an outlet for people with different interests than what we already have to offer.
okay, and likely a low maintenance type of
Absolutely.
thing. It's not like you have to have a putting green for people to stand and throw discs, right? It's-
Right, no.
Grass is not required, that's the
Right.
beauty of it.
Right, and so we visited this concept a few years ago, and it was thought to put it in Memorial Park. Well, then we start thinking about people being hit by a disc that is unknown to someone else walking through, minding their own business. So for safety reasons, we chose not to put it in there. And then after revisiting, we do have this nice property that, again, isn't being used to its fullest. And-
Very unutilized for what
Right.
we have down there. It's a-
Right,
it's- yeah.
and with that being said, if a different event went in for X amount of time, you could remove them, put the caps on the bases, you could have whatever kind of event you wanted, and then they could go back in and set back up in little time at all, really.
Okay.
And something for all ages
Right, right,
Yeah.
to do.
right.
What
I think it's just,
of those things can break? Is it like just some,
it's
Chain.
basically a metal post with a couple, like a couple
basket.
basketball hoops with chains between them to help contain the disc when.
and you're
when
throwing
it's on.
frisbees at them, right?
I don't, but they do, yes.
So I mean, it's not like,
Frisbees.
it's not like you're gonna be damaging the chain
I don't believe so.
with a frisbee, or at least I'm not.
I don't believe so.
You should YouTube it.
I'd be lucky to hit Mortimer's Island.
Right,
I was
right.
thinking that.
I think that the equipment's fairly durable. I think the Boise area has them in a lot of their parks, and I think they do really well.
Okay. I'm good.
Thank you, Ron.
So,
I had a couple things though.
Sure.
Do I need to come up with
You have to state your name and address and.
Becky Latin, 1520 Shilofsky Road. Just a couple things I wanted to add that Max, to add to Max's was that because of the work he did on a senior project through recreational therapy, even St. Luke's, we were even suggested that St. Luke's might have money in their foundation, so we have lots of opportunities to get it covered. And Mortimer's Island, the variety of the environment really adds to the course, and that's what Max got so excited about, because you said you had dirt hills it's just an abundance of dirt down there that could come and go depending on what the city needs, and that's ideal for this kind of a course. I think it would be so unique, that something that Boise can't offer, because they don't have unique places like Mortimer's Island with lots of fun little things. And Max was even thinking of a post where? Like in the water?
Well, no. There's the canal down there that's just filled with branches.
Yeah, so like around the branch, like it makes it so unique and a little difficult, and that's, I think what the ages will all love is the challenge that it gives. So just wanted to add that. On top of, we have two of our Weiser alumni, Max's brother Nate, who's at BYU, who plays on the disc golf team there, and Justin Estes, who plays on the disc golf team at Boise State. And they both graduated in 2020. So they're really excited to kind of see this grow in Weiser.
so is this what I saw on TV where they throw those things and they go like, you can't even see them, they go so far?
Yes, and you have to go see if you actually got it close. Yes. That's it. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Matt, thank you. I mean, your excitement and your passion for this program is, it's pretty cool to have a senior in high school come and present to us and present with the passion that you have for this, so thank
So
you.
I wanted to add my thanks, Max. I know I had a few questions because I wanted to understand what we were getting ourselves into.
Sandy wants to be on the first league.
The first senior league.
Senior league, yeah, there you go. I think I'm gonna drive the cart. Anyway, thank you. You've obviously done a lot of work on this. And we appreciate it, because that area down there is underused. And if we can, get the funding for the for the, initial costs. And if in fact, we're not buying a monster that's gonna cost us a lot of money going forward. Not that we wouldn't, but, funds are tight. So I just wanted to make sure of that. But anyway, congratulations, great job. What do we need a
Is
motion
this
to?
an agreement, or what are we, what's the motion for this, that we
The motion would just be granting him permission to use the property to move along with the project.
move forward
Move forward
and
with the
continue to work with city staff on
Details.
details?
So moved.
Okay.
Seconded.
Did I just make my first motion?
All those in favor signify with an eye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same side. Motion carries. Okay. Item number 9 would be executive session.
Do we need to move into executive session? Mr. Mayor, I motion that we execute session Idaho Code 74206 and move into executive session to discuss, consider preliminary negotiations, communication with legal counsel pending litigation.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Roll call.
Councilmember Von Redhorst,
Yes?
Hopkins,
Yes.
Blackwell,
Yes.
Hoag,
Yes.
and Hahn.
Yes. Motion carried.
Have a good night.